Good evening.
Before you start, 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yes, I know it's been a long day, and many of the things that I would share has been spoken through the afternoon and evening, and I know that there are some beautiful things to be given away by Lata, and everybody is waiting for that. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Miss Lata, who's been a dear friend, and every time she had a huge symposium like this, I somehow used to miss it. So thank you for keeping me here and being there. Okay, today it's beautiful to understand after pandemic, when we are talking about technology, you know, I felt a little bad when many of the speakers said, what's China doing, what's Japan doing, what A, B, C are doing. But Indians did a lot of things in these 2 years. And I remember we had to push our teachers to do anything in technology. And it was always the computer teachers who used to walk around with a halo on their head. Today, every teacher, right from primary to secondary, to even the yoga, the PT, the music teacher, the dance teacher, have understood that the platform of online is there to stay. It's not going to go away. So, for people like me who are veteran educationists, thank God I might take rest and have a good time, a retired life. But for the schools which are still blossoming, it's a time to think. What are we going to do? I'm sure many of the principals and owners do meet parents who come and tell you. I've had some who say, my child will come only for 2 days a week. The rest is work from home. That is learn from home. So what platform do you have to give my child work from home? We like to be associated with your school for A, B, C, D, E, whatever, but we would like our child to come as and when he wishes and not be forced. Second, the long hours we had and the sages that we were on the stage to teach. One of our friends here said that the old system of education was the Gurukula, where the sage was the all and end all. I remember I couldn't even talk back to my father. I mean, even after I got married. I mean, and argue, because we were never taught that somehow. And I'm not saying that was the best thing, because even today we can't talk back and negotiate. So that skill remained the way it is. The use of technology and what it is going to play in our lives is absolutely significant. If today I stand in this podium, I think my friend Shantakumar, about 5 years back when we had the Microsoft Summit, even then I said the relevance of books would just go. Everybody will be looking into a mobile or an app. And exactly that is what is happening now. What are we going to do with those written books? Yes, the wheel will come, you know, just like the movies came back. We all had that VCRs and all, and now we love to go to the movie hall. Similarly, the children will want books sometime. But school will only be the center for socializing and life skills learning. It will never be absolute teaching the way we are doing today. So each teacher that is in our school today should be totally equipped with all the tools that one can muster to face what's going to be there in the next 2-3 years. Then no child is going to sit for 8 periods with different subjects being given for 40 minutes each and listen to you and go back home and do their homework. They would want, actually Baiju's already doing that. Yesterday I saw something called the tuition center. Oh Lord, I mean, as if the app and this thing, I have nothing against Baiju. He came in a chappal about 12 years back to my school in the army school. So today he's a big man. So it is not, it is his knack of business and the ventures. But what I'm trying to say is that everybody feels that if everything can be done online, I often wonder how the world went on online. I mean, nobody went to office, and we never thought that things can move and the industry can work, the pharmaceutical firms can work, everything can be done online. And we are still doing, many of the companies are still online. So education is that sector which also is going to become technology driven. So if we are talking about hybrid and feeling happy that hybrid is just for Google form or multiple choice questions, already CBSE and all the boards are thinking of different ways of bringing in on-demand exams. So if there's an on-demand exam and I'm good in maths, why should I wait for a year? I will, equip myself with the content within 3 months and take my exam and finish up with it and then go in for geography, history or whatever I want to do. And with the new NEP policy coming, where there's so much of flexibility, technology is the only thing which will keep us forward. So dear teachers, owners, educators, we all, and also the vendors of technology, you have to get your act together, because every teacher has now become equipped. I'm not finding good teachers anymore because everybody has moved on to online teaching. They're getting paid more than what a school can afford to give. And I mean, the best of physics teacher or best of maths teacher or best of somebody, they're all online. And if they are in your school, they say, sorry, I can't come on a Sunday or Saturday or whatever, I have my classes. And the new business says that you cannot say that because they're not taking tuitions, they're taking online class. That's altogether a different game. So keeping all that, there are 3 segments in our school. One is the toddlers. I have my grandchild, if I have to feed a lot of pongal to her, so it's a small app which I give Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol, and pongal goes in. But what is the difference that it made was also taught her a lot of life skills and language acquisition. She could speak English without us ever teaching her English, because she was watching the Paw Patrol and all these English little animations when she was eating pongal. So technology, although I know that as an educationist I shouldn't have given, but sometimes I don't have the time, so I have to do it. I'm not anyway advocating. So there are, for that child, I mean, of that group, that is, I would say from 0 to 6 years, it's going to be experiential learning along with technology. So if Mr. Suresh Hablekar was telling that yes, the environment, the knowing of the butterfly or the grass, the feel of stone, the sensory feeling, very, very important because the motor skills are getting developed. But if you keep the child away from technology, then in the 7th year, the child gets left behind. So technology in the form of games, in the form of audio-visual lessons, in the form of maybe dabbling in some word games or some little app which talks back, so the child learns to even answer questions and things like that. So unregulated technology at that level is going to be dangerous, and it is definitely dampen the growth of the child. There are a lot of technologies like graphic solutions, multiple peripherals, laser printers, blend of experiential and technology. You can keep on going on and on. The science kits, we just had a friend talking about robotics. So we are getting kits now. I knew some very innovative preschools which actually made the kit and sent it home, and there was a teacher online who was teaching, and the child and the parent were manipulating with those kits. Fantastic idea. When did we think that preschool will be online? But it was the great success that when the kit went home, and the teacher was online. So then word processors, talking books, software to create, a whole lot of things, you know, you just Google, you'll find anything, and most of the things are free. I can see the queue. Okay, so to sum it up, what I would feel is that the technology you use, somebody was asking me, do you want to be with Microsoft or with Google or that? I would think, no, we have to have a blend of everything, you know, suited to you, what you need and what is the tool that you want. But definitely, every teacher will have to upgrade in the use of these tools because children are much ahead of us. One thing the pandemic did was to us, of course, they made us great ninjas of computers, but also the children. They were doing online business, they were doing online piano learning, they were doing online movie making. So they've all gone ahead. And as a teacher, if we go back to classrooms, which is just about opening in June, in real spirit, we have to get our acts together. Thank you very much and a wonderful evening ahead. And thank you once again, Lata, for having me here.